All right, man. Detroit Lions and Kansas City Chiefs did some big TV ratings up from last year's season opener, where the second year in a row, the defending Super Bowl champions lose a season opener. Last year, Buffalo upset the LA Rams. This year, Patrick Mahomes loses his first um, um, home opener to the um, Detroit Lions. So that was the first. So the Bills and Lions, which kind of two of the laughing stocks of the National Football League, get they comeuppance, um, you know, on the national stage in the season opener. So that's good, man, because the Bills fans, they feel the same way that we feel. Um, I think it hurt more going to four Super Bowls and not winning one than it is never going to a Super Bowl. I mean, I couldn't take it no more if the Lions, you know what I'm saying? Um, if the Lions didn't, if the Lions made it to four and lost four straight, and they lost it, each one they lost to was an NFC East team, by the way. So that was crazy. But it says the Lions Chiefs season opener averages 26.8 million viewers, up 24% from last year. Let's talk about it. You got Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Uh, Brother. All right, I don't know what's going on. So it was non-responsive for a minute. So hopefully we still in there. We still working. All right. Went through a little glitch. So hopefully we good. It says plenty of people tuned in for Detroit Lions opener in 23-24 NFL season with the upset of the defending champion Kansas City Chiefs on Thursday. By the way, like the NFL knew what they was doing when they scheduled the Lions to get up in my shot boy's voice. The NFL kickoff game averaged 26.8 million viewers across NBC and in its platforms, up 24% last year. Opener between the Buffalo Bills, Los Angeles Rams. NBC announced Friday viewership peaked in the second quarter at 29.1 million, with 27.1 million still tuned in for the Lions game winning drive in the fourth quarter. That's probably because people had to get up and go to work, or get up and you know go to their office in their house, because a lot of people working remotely. That's making people less and less social, especially when you start talking about dating apps and social media. It's making a lot of people very, 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 very less social. Um, and I just get this point. You can check out my other channel, Free Game 89, FR33 Game 89, one word. And I talk a little bit about this, man. A lot of dudes are choosing to stay in the house. And, I hear that around the internet, and, girls on TikTok saying, where do all the men go? The men not going out no more. They not approaching. Well, they did that. Women don't know what they want. Just for you guys out here who haven't figured it out, you'll be surprised. There's some younger guys that figured that out, and there's some middle-aged guys who still ain't figured it out. You don't take advice from a woman. If you too take advice from a woman, you take it with a grain of salt. She either got to be your grandmother, even your mother. You kind of got to, or you got to have a really good female platonic friend, and you just use that advice with a grain of salt. You just test it. You just test it a little bit and see if it worked for you, because women don't know what they want. So, you see they didn't want guys approaching you. They didn't want guys being creepy, so guys pulled back. Now they always want the opposite. So trying to understand women is stupid. Trust me. Just play it how I go. But, and I didn't really believe that until I went out to the bar. I don't really go out that much. Went to the bar last Saturday to meet somebody there, and literally, dude, it was like one dude was two to three girls. So dudes really, and some dudes, was coming with that girl too. So, the ratio was even more drastic than that. So think about that for a minute. And then for the guy, um that wasn't interested in women, or wasn't there for that, I mean, the numbers probably jumped up even more. So yeah, it's true. A lot of dudes staying in the house, they tricking with women. I hate to say it that way. A lot of dudes going on dating apps or just keeping their money in their pocket. So think about that for a minute. Um, but it says a 35 share of the game, and the NBC's largest for any regular season game since Sunday Night Football started airing in 06. The ratings in Kansas City were predictably huge, with 81 share of televisions in the market. Per NBC, streaming numbers were particularly big at 2.8 million viewers across Peacock, NBC Digital, Sports Digital, NFL Digital platforms, which most platforms don't release their digital numbers, beating 3 Super Bowls to become NBC's second most watched stream game ever, behind only Super Bowl, the one in 2022. The game itself was likely a boon for ratings compared to last year's season opener. The Bills steamrolled the Rams 31-10. Thursday game was quite different. The Lions falling behind 14-7 and a half and taking the lead with the fourth quarter touchdown drive, holding Patrick Mahomes on the next drive for a 21-20 win. The Chiefs also drew plenty of attention on social media with their miscues, particularly the 5 drop passes by their Travis Kelce less receiving core in the questionable positioning of free agent acquisition Juwan Taylor, and he was cheating the whole night. So when people go out there and say, well, um, they didn't have Travis Kelce, they didn't have Chris Jones. Look here, dude, we didn't have Jameson Williams, and we had to beat the refs that night, and we knew that's what it was to be at the top. To be at the top, when you make it to the top, like Kansas City and New England, those guys, the refs are naturally gonna try to keep you there because you're a popular team and people want to see you. Um, People want to see you succeed. That's just what it is. People want to see you, so they don't want to see that other team. So they cheated for Juwan Taylor, and his head was lined up deep in that backfield every time. He jumped off sides every time, and it was not. It was they caught it a couple times. He held every time. Um, and they ain't say nothing. They was holding Aiden Hutchinson the whole game. Juwan Taylor was holding him the whole game, bro. The whole game. The whole game, and they wasn't calling it. The whole game. The whole game. So yeah, we had to beat the refs, and we ain't had JMO. And JMO, you can't play as tight as they did with JMO out there. Say what y'all want to say. You got to respect the speed. So you can't play as tight as you can't play as tight with JMO. So still, but you know, and the Lions fans punked the Kansas City Chiefs fans there too. Which Kansas City ain't all that far, no way. So say what you want to say, but yeah, check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Peace.